This is Simple SolidWorks. Today's lesson, we're going to go over design tables. For those who don't know, design tables is it's a way of SolidWorks to help you create several iterations of a same product that you might sell. For instance, I created this particular design table, and we sell it at different sizes. We use the same different stock, but we sort of create the same look and the same appearance of this. So let's go over that real quick. So let's start off with a new drawing, new part, and we can quickly create the part. I'm going to create a rectangular shape. It's a very quick and dirty example of what you need to do. I'll give it a quick parameters here, and another quick parameter there. Confirm that. And we're going to then slowly give it another depth. So now we have our part. It's quick and dirty. It's a cube. It's 1 by 1. So if you click on this, I like to always pick on the dimension itself and change the name of the dimension. If you look at the primary value, there's a name for that dimension right here. So I like to give it a say height on that. Let's confirm that. Again, pick the next dimension. I like to give it a width on that. And then give it another and pick this dimension, the blue one, and I like to give that one a name of depth, right? So now you sort of have your cube the way you want it. I'm going to save it. I like to save stuff, and SolidWorks loves for you to save stuff. So don't be shy to save. Once you sort of have your part and now you want to create a configuration of it, I like to click on the configuration tab here and then go to Insert, go to Tables down here, then go to Design Tables right there. If you click on that, it's going to give you this where you want the source from. You can either create it from blank, you input it, auto create, or from a file if you already have an existing design table and you want to add to it. Usually I'll let the software do the stuff for me. Since it's a brand new design table, I'm going to let it auto create it. What is that is going to do, and auto create does, is it extrapolates information from here and creates a design table for you. You'll see in a minute. So I want to hit OK. And it's going to give it a minute, depending on your system. It might take a couple seconds. Okay, that is different. So it's not supposed to create that error, but sometimes it just does. Just try it again. Now you're gonna hold the control button, and you're gonna sort of highlight all the ones that you want to extrapolate. As you see, height, width, and depth has been extrapolated from this model. If you hit OK, it's now going to give you a tabulated drawing with our design table that's made out of an Excel, and you can just say, you know what, I'm going to create a 2 by 2 by 2. Okay. 2 by 2. You're going to put the parameters there. What this is doing is it's changing, it's creating a configuration, it's modifying that dimension for you without you having to do it 1 by 1. So it makes it a lot easier for you to sort of create many iterations of that same drawing without you punching it in. So we're going to just leave it right there so you get the gist of it. You can create the name of it, and here's where the parameters are going to change. Okay, so let's confirm that, and it's going to say the design table generated the following configurations: 2 by 2 by 2, 3 by 3 by 3, right? And you hit OK, and you're going to notice now that you have these configurations created for you. If you click on this, it's going to grow according to what you want. This is useful if you want to create different iterations of something, right? Now, what is this good for? Well, if you have a design or sales teams that want to create a drawing and you want to create a tabulated drawing, you can go to, say, let's say File New, or say Open Drawing, and it's going to say there's no drawing. You want to create one. I'll say no. We're going to say File New, Drawing. It's going to say, yeah, let's go with the B size, yada, yada, yada. All right. You're going to insert this part here. You're going to put it in sort of this view here. And you're going to say default configuration. Then that's the size of that. Now here's where the fun part comes into place, right? You click on this, click on the view itself. Make sure that the view is selected. Then go to Insert, Tables, Design Table. What it's going to do is going to read that Excel file that you created, and it's going to insert it into this drawing eventually. It takes time sometimes. And if you look over here, there it is. Now if you can move it to your corner here, and of course you can make the design table prettier. You can change these names to width, height, and depth. And you can change the title of this, put, you know, design table for part blah blah blah. And as you add more design tables to this drawing, to this view, you can always put like a dimension here, you know, and put a dimension and change it. And it doesn't, you can say it says 1, but you can always just leave it as blank. You can just say primary value instead of 1. You can say height. Right, it's just going to put whatever you put in there, and you can then, you know, you get the gist of that. You can add different dimensions to this thing and create a sketch for yourself, so that you can then sort of have a tabulated drawing, so that the sales teams can quickly give that to the person who wants to purchase your item, and say, okay, hey, you know, this is useful. I can use this. I can make it. I can use this as a sales teams tool, right? Then you have a tabulated drawing. So if you notice that it is there now, if you hit save, blah blah blah, it's going to save. It's updating the table. You can hit that. You don't want to do that. So now you have a tabulated drawing for your team. You can just give that to your sales team, and they have that information. You can go back here. If you want to add another configuration, right click, edit the table, give it a minute. It's going to extrapolate the information. You can say cancel that. You don't want to do none of that. You could do it later on, but you don't have to. And you say you don't want it to be I want to create a new one 4 by 4 by 4. You go 4, 4, 4, and it's going to create another configuration. So now you have another one. That's a bigger one. So if you go to your Windows, go back to your drawing sheet. It's going to take a while because it's reading this new data that you just added to this design. And it's going to update your configuration, your table, because it added it. It's updating the design table. See how it did that. You know, cancel here. And your design table is put up to date. So this is a good tool for you to have if you have a sales team that sells a product that's the same over and over and over again. So I hope this video was helpful. Please watch my next video on revolve parts and how to make one.